Talk to me, tell me how you feel. Make sure you keep it real though. You already know the deal. When you come around here, it's unfiltered, baby. Did you hear about what happened? It's about to be crazy. What? You wanna know my opinion? Let's get to the bottom of the whole situation. Is he stating facts or is she just hating? Did we witness something on the ground? It's history in the making. Let's talk about it, but make sure it's unfiltered. Nothing watered down. This is Unfiltered.
Still confused as to what he was doing. Make like the hood to keep us trapped. The red line that probably declines if you live by black. I don't think they hear me though. Okay. Gentrify your own hood before these people do it. Claim eminent domain and have your people moving. That's a small glimpse into what Nipsey was doing. For anybody still confused as to what he was doing. The neighborhood designed to keep us trapped. They redlined it so property declines if you live by blacks. They depress the asset and take the property back. It's a ruthless but a genius plan in fact. So now we fighting on the scraps. Crabs in the barrel, but crabs don't belong in the barrel. They ain't never tell us that. So in the barrel, we gon' act.
To find a good stopping point because he's given us so many gems. So that's just a little piece right there. So what I wanted to open up to everybody was, I guess like Sam was saying, how do you feel about the song? Like coming from Jay-Z, they spoke about it being a freestyle. So, you know, he kind of just went out there and kind of, you know, put people into a place where it was like, I know a lot of older people mention what's the big deal about Nipsey Hussle, like people who weren't a part of our generation, you know, or trying to lead to when he was, you know, he was involved in A, B, and C. So for the people who didn't know about Nipsey, how does this song make y'all feel like from that standpoint of either it being explained to them or them finally realizing things?
I mean, I think he was basically just, you know, giving him his credit for those people that didn't know. I feel like every, you know, different community, every different, you know, like even Atlanta, I feel like we have some people that do a lot of things in the community and people outside of, you know, us that live here, they don't know. But, so I think he was just, again, just kind of giving him his credit.
Yeah, man, that's whole, man. That's the GOAT. He's just doing what he does. One thing I want to point out too, though, the people who don't know about Nipsey don't understand exactly how far Nipsey went and how many people he touched. Like, for Jay-Z to do something like this, Jay-Z had a personal connection with Nipsey. Like,
Right.
On Nipsey's last album, for one of the songs, he did the It's a Hard Knock Life beat. To get that cleared, he had to go through Jay-Z. So they've interacted, they know each other. Jay-Z's shown his mutual respect for Nipsey. So they've had a relationship. So it makes sense for him to, like, it just shows that everybody that Nipsey's touched are showing how much he was loved. You know what I'm saying? And now, like, the people who didn't know Nipsey before are getting a glimpse of what he did through all these other people that he did touch.
Well, I guess shout out to Jay-Z, you know.
Did you hear it? Cool, like you're not, you know.
I'm not a fan, so
What?
that's another story for another day.
The greatest rapper alive?
Beyonce's husband. Her
No,
baby's father.
He married the queen. They got the queen.
But he
Her baby's
is
father.
in most people's top 5 though. Just, you know, not to
That's
go too
awesome.
deep into it,
That's
but
awesome. You know,
You say that like it's a
not
negative.
that I
You
don't like Eminem, but that's another story for another day.
yes, it
Can we
is.
go back to you saying Beyonce's
Beyonce's baby daddy.
like that? You say that like
I
it's a
mean, you
negative.
have some people
I did.
that
I
look
just
at her
noticed
like
that.
she's, you know, the biggest pop star right now, which kind of is. So it's just like some people, because of their, you know, just massive love for her, although in his own right he has his own accolades, they kind of look at him and reduce him to being, oh, that's Beyonce's husband. I think that's kind of disrespectful.
You said
But-
reduce. I say that's the wrong choice of words. Like from my point of view, to be on par with the Queen Bee is like that's another accolade. Like
Well,
that's another notch on his belt.
Get to where she's in, anyways. Her starting to transition into the music that she started doing, how she started having more rap cadence. Yeah. He introduced her to using that as a talent since she was already using it a little bit, but she mostly had vocal to it. He decided to come in. He gave her a little bit of rap game, and because she's and because of her being a woman and using that to develop, she became like our female version of what people see him as a male.
16 at her stiletto, she been rocking this game before Jay-Z.
But when
she grew up more crazy and loved her.
But my thing is that way she was singing, she turned it into a little more smart herself, and it kind of opened up to different markets.
I think that Jay-Z, he has a lot of respect in his own right, which is why we're even talking about him.
Ooh. Okay, well, like I said, shout out to Jay-Z. You freestyle over in Nipsey beat. Woo!
Anyways, the words, everything that he put into that explains to the people. It was just the artistry of that. Last week we did talk about you being into it was one of these weeks we discussed it, and you talked about enjoying music, and you talked about how you hear. Well, it was
I know.
Just last time, but
I do enjoy hearing music.
But something that you would at least like because of the musicality.
I don't care for this man.
Therefore, you sound like a hater. You sound like a hater.
Everybody just has their people that they just don't like for whatever reason.
This can't be for. Come on.
I'm stuck.
I ain't gonna start.
Yeah, no, I want to start no stuff.
I don't know what that means, but
let's be clear. I'm from the South, so as a person from the South, I have a lot of people that believe the same thing that I believe. We just did not grow up on that Jay-Z train because we're from the South. Like we had our own rappers. Like y'all, a lot of the North people, they were, yeah, I do. Like I think Lil Wayne is one of the top 5. But he's Southern. I'm Southern. I like T.I. Like, that's my Southern. That's my Southern. But I know I can like other people, but I was just saying, growing up, like, the biggest Jay-Z song I remember was like Big Pimpin'. But wait, the biggest Jay-Z song I remember growing up in the South was Big Pimpin'. And why? Because it had UGK on it from the South. Like,
but
I will give Jay-Z his props, so I'm not gonna hate him.
So I got a chance to.
Ooh, rap videos.
So I got to watch videos.
You gotta give credit where credit is due. Like I'm from up north, but I'll tell you, I give credit to T.I., definitely Andre 3000, Big Boy, Outkast. Like they're legends. You feel me? And I like rap is rap. Like Jay-Z's a legend. They're a legend. You gotta get that man props.
Okay, so we done gave him a lot of attention, Jay-Z, and the message was supposed to discuss Nipsey Hussle. So let's focus on the fact that they let his friend out of jail, finally. The one who got incarcerated just because of being around gang-related activity after he got off parole because Nipsey was going to the store to get some clothes to help the man out since he had just gotten out of jail.
Yeah, I don't know, shit, I promote positivity. Why didn't light that man up for doing right, like going to get his life started? So he had somebody help him out there, lock him up.
It was a technicality.
And you know what's funny is, on a more serious note, like everybody looking at it from the outside, like okay, but you gotta understand how that man's life is affected. He probably lost a lot getting locked back up just like that. And how long has he been locked up? For like maybe a little less than a month, right?
Yeah.
So he, like for a couple of weeks, like that jail environment, like being back in there, like I know he went through it, and him personally, like not even knowing what's gonna happen, he's thinking he has to be back there. You gotta look at that. I hope somebody reaches out and gives him a hand. Y'all took away a lot from that man for no reason.
Yeah, that was deep right there, though.
I'll touch into my sensitive side for a second. I mean, I do empathize with him, and I'm happy that he's out. So that's number one. I'm happy that he's out of jail. I hate it had to happen to him because the system is so flawed. Like they always, it's so much flawed stuff to keep the black man down. And I know that's not a conversation we have, but I'm just happy that he's free now, and I hope he's able to move on and do some good things because he got a second chance now.
I mean, I thought it was really messed up just in the fact that that's the environment that you come from. So it's very hard to say that you're gonna come out of jail. What you're gonna move to the suburbs now. Like it's just natural that you're going to be around people who are affiliated with gangs, and it just so happened that this is something that happened very publicly. So it's just like, oh, we caught you red-handed. So it's like, oh, well, you're going to jail now. But the likelihood of him being around gangbangers, with him just naturally coming out of jail, it was bound to happen. So it's just really crazy.
You gotta think about like what type of life is he gonna have now. You know what I'm saying? Like, is somebody gonna help him get a job? Like now that Nipsey's gone, because in that community, that's what Nipsey was doing. Nipsey was giving people jobs, and apparently he was close to this man because he was going to get him clothes. So clearly Nipsey was going to set him up to be in a better position. But now that Nipsey's gone, who's going to do that? The government doesn't do that for us. You know what I'm saying? To be completely honest, like if you look at how the system works, you get locked up and you get sentenced to your time. You do your time, they release you into society, and then what happens? You try to apply for jobs, you do a background check. Well, this is on your record, so we're not going to hire you. But I did my time. Why is my background still working against me? You know what I'm saying? So with this man, like, the spotlight is on him, but now that the buzz is dying down, what's going to happen to him? You know what I'm saying? It's going to be another statistic, especially now that Nipsey's gone, like, in that community. Who's going to pick it up and be like, let's change how some of these things are going?
That's a good one. I like that because we discussed, well, that's a topic that I would love for us to get into, which is like prison reform and stuff like that. So, I don't even know what to say that's not going to take us off the topic, but you just hit us with some good stuff. Like I don't know. Anybody got a
good way to segue into
Don't take it off. That's what I'm saying. That didn't work out just right. All right, so now we get a couple more minutes to add to our presidential candidate that we're about to discuss. All right, so just a little backdrop story. What is Kamala?
I think that's how you pronounce it.
Kamala.
It's fine. Of course, it's Kamala, not Kamala, because Kamala would be too black for her.
But okay. Listen, so we're bringing up candidate Harris running for the 2020 presidential election. I'm sorry, she is a senator, but she's also a candidate for presidency. We're bringing her up just because one of the reforms that she has set, or at least an idea and a thought, is that for all of our drug offenders, people who are only jailed because of a drug situation, nothing. It's non-violent. It has to be a non-violent offense. She's saying things along the lines of, if they go to jail for drugs such as just marijuana in this case, why not let those be the first people in line for the jobs at the facilities that would distribute marijuana? Like, something that they already have gotten in trouble for, so they're familiar with it. And then it's also in the area, so you know how they say a lot of people, this is all I had, and so I had to do what I had to do to bring money into my household. So this is the only hustle they know. It kind of feels like she's saying, if that's their hustle, then invite them in on their hustle. You know what I mean? Stop taking the job that you just locked them away for doing illegally and allow that to be their job.
Yeah, it's kind of like the pulmonary reparations.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we locked you up for doing this, but now it's legal, and we need somebody to do it, so there you go.
But it would only be fair because it's kind of stupid to say, I locked you up for this set reason, but then when you get out of jail, I'm going to give it to somebody else. So I kind of just locked you up for that job.
Okay, see, this is my opinion on the matter. This should have been something that she could have been trying to do as a senator. You don't have to be the president to try to push new type of legislation to get those programs ready and freeing people like that. You don't have to be president. So why? And let's be clear, her history on this matter in general, or locking people up in prison, has not been the best. Like, she has a shady history in trying to help get people locked up more. So what makes a sudden change? Now that you want to be president, you trying to change your record now? Like, come on. I don't know. Like, these are my personal feelings on her. Like, I just feel like she's a plant to try to get black people to think that we should vote for her just because she's black, but she's definitely not the one. Like,
Well, I don't feel like we have to vote for her just because she's black, but at the end of the day, I mean, it's not like she was just locking innocent people up. I mean, they had to have done something to be in jail.
your definition of innocent when it has to do with the cops and what the cops say versus what really happened. I mean, the cops have proven time and time again that they're crooked. So working with a senator that's willing to be just as crooked as the cops, like, do you really want that to be president? I mean, yes, I know we have Cheeseball as the president right now, who's like significantly worse, but I don't know.
The presidential race, a lot of times, in my opinion, is just you. I hate to say it, but it's like you're voting for the lesser of the evils. Yeah, they're all going to feed you a pipe dream on something.
Yes, because Elizabeth Warren's definitely feeding me this pipe dream on free college and student loan elimination. I'm all aboard that train.
Everybody else talking about trying to do something like
Yeah,
that.
but they
No, they don't.
trying to make money.
They really don't. Nobody really has had like a legit plan and actually talking about the course of action that they're willing to take and what to do. But you know, back when
You know, this opens my eyes to. It opens up my eyes to the fact that we can't discuss presidential candidates. That was some nice conversation. It sounded like people are really starting to do some backtrack to figure out who's going to be next in line. All right.
Wait, one thing I want to say though, as far as like presidential candidates and like these things that they come out and say, for her to say that, like, did she come out with a plan for it? Like, is there
Like an actual idea laid out?
Is she just selling us a pipe dream? Like, is there a process for us to?
It was a tax on 2% of every dollar over $50 million.
Okay.
They're super rich. She wants to take 2% of every dollar from anyone that has over $50 million. She was saying with that can fund everything and still have a trillion left over.
So would that work though? That's what I'm trying to say. Would that work? So apparently she does have a plan.
okay, I love it. Okay, she has a plan.
Thank you for that.
But people in the States have to go for it though.
Them Republicans not getting that 50 million. They're not getting that 2% tax on their 50 million. They're not gonna vote for that. And that's the people that.
Tax is a tax. I don't really think we can avoid that. If it's
Yeah, they got a lot to say.
But that's
But that's what I'm saying.
That's the
They have to
whole
vote
issue.
on it.
That's the whole issue with Trump right now. Like, he gave the rich people tax cuts, which is why they go for all his BS.
Yeah.
Because he did something good for them. Whereas Obama put a tax on the higher people.
That's why a lot of times they say we need to vote on a local level, because when it comes to our
Exactly.
state representatives voting for these different matters that are brought in front of them from the president, it's just like, oh, well, if this is good for our pockets and good for our rich friends' pockets, then sure, we're for it. But if she's talking about taking money out of their pockets,
But those are awesome, great thoughts. I appreciate us really caring, because these are things that are going to affect us. Mainly people getting released out of jail is going to be our.
And just one more thought to throw out there. It's like, okay, so I know we're talking about the presidential candidate herself, but the subject she's talking about she's talking about. I always think about this. So now that this is about to be legal, like this whole marijuana industry, like they're releasing these folks that they locked up for this, do they get some type of yeah, like some type of settlement where it's like, cause
No,
No, because
Because
it
it's
was
not.
law when they got locked
they
up.
already did nice.
So
If
basically,
they let them out, they being nice. Apparently.
Now maybe people may be a little bit more lenient as far as giving them jobs and stuff like that because it's kind of legal now or in the future. Yeah, but that's probably about
Like a
it.
traffic ticket. All right. We'll see. I think it's time to go back to the drawing board and let's give us some more facts about these presidential candidates so that we can just discuss them at another day.
and then also
Don't you bring up another topic about
no,
the
but if she's the president, anyway, it's not legal in every state though. It's not.
It's not, that's why I
So it's
said
like they don't have to move to somewhere that's legal.
I mean, if they started over, maybe that's a good thing to do.
I don't know. That's a lot.
Be in this place and do better. They tell you to relocate with a job, then relocate with a job. Some people would love to get out of that. Whatever they
If it's
get
a guaranteed job, then
maybe. We don't know.
is
We'll
this
just
we have a lot of people flocking to again California and Colorado where it is legal, where they know they can make something off of it. So they can do the same.
But I'm just feeling some kind of way right now because when I said let's talk, we don't want to talk. And they can get out here and y'all want to keep talking.
Okay.
Oh
I'm not done. I said what I said about
I'm
Camel.
going to do a little bit more looking into a couple other people on a few issues like
There's a
this. On these
plethora.
social issues that we like to discuss and then I'll bring them in. Anyway, so let us move on. We got to talk about T.I. in church.
T.I. again, my favorite rapper.
Yes, and I'm going to get some more
What if I think
get
we're
Scrapp
gonna
in,
do this?
Alright, so there has been word that he has done some service with Scrapp Deleon discussing releasing 23 non-violent offenders from out of jail, along with the church, New Missionary Baptist Church.
Are you telling me that somebody like T.I. can get people out of jail? And this lady that we just talked about with her wow, that's crazy.
A sarcasm.
Oh my gosh. Good job, T.I.
Hey, look, he still ain't done saying you dare go to church.
Kodak has been arrested
Kodak
twice
get locked
since
up.
he tried T.I.
Kodak is out.
2 times right.
And put out a diss track.
But okay, back to the real topic.
Real work, yeah.
So now, but I love it. I love it. A lot of positivity is going around these days, and I feel like it's deep. Like since Nipsey's passed, like the positivity that his life was about has been spread, and a lot of people are picking up the mantle, and a lot of people are trying to do more positive things. And I love it. I love seeing it.
I think the biggest tidbit
Wait a
that
minute, time out. You said because of Nipsey.
I feel like since Nipsey
since
died,
it's happened,
a
not
lot of-
necessarily
But T.I.
because
been
of him.
doing stuff. I'm sorry I didn't mean to cut you off, but I just wanted. I know this ain't no T.I. conversation alone, but he's been doing stuff well before. Like Nipsey didn't just spark nothing to T.I. now. He been doing stuff on our side, so don't.
Hold on.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
No, it's
Listen,
just
I
the
didn't
way
necessarily
that came
say- I
off
didn't
was
say
just
that.
like,
No,
the fact that
Well,
I'm
maybe
saying
those
in
things
general.
are being brought to light now
It's a
that
lot. I'm just saying it's been a lot more. I'm saying not just T.I. I'm not saying it was T.I., but I'm saying a lot more people are doing positive things. And yeah, T.I. has always been doing positive things, but in this positive era, this positive thing is being given a spotlight, and it's commendable.
that face.
Shout out to
Why do you feel like I got
for those
something I have nothing against T.I. I love
I feel
T.I.
like
I just know
I feel
it.
like some people might not know who Scrapp Deleon is, so like he's on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta.
That's it, right? What else is it?
That's what he does. He comes from a crime family, apparently. But we can't really talk about that.
We discussed his love and hip hop
No,
status in Atlanta.
What's his claim to fame?
Love and Hip Hop.
Well, wasn't he
No,
And his
it's
crime
his
family.
music, yeah, crime
Okay, the only scrap I know is Lil Scrappy. So,
Well,
and they're both on the
as
hip hop
far
element.
as the topic, I think that my favorite tidbit that I heard about the whole story was that they were actually putting these people with like mentors, if you will, as far as trying to, get their life back on track and help them kind of figure out stuff.
Now, keep going. Sorry, I was gonna say something.
And I don't know if anybody that is further into it, but I'm trying to figure out whether or not those people that they linked them with were ex-offenders as well, or what is that?
That's something we'll have to find out.
You?
Well, wow.
I think that would help because if you just came out of jail, if you link me up with somebody who is making something work out of their situation, I think that that's very helpful. You can have me, sitting and talking with somebody that's on the straight and narrow and they've been that way their whole life. What benefit is that going to do for me?
Because
I have a background.
Because I can teach you how to do what you should have been doing before.
But I feel like that holds different weight from somebody who was once in your place and was able to overcome it.
Your mom went straight to,
and that's crazy.
Yeah.
People gotta realize sometimes, like, people in life have to grow up. Somebody does not have to have the exact same past or present as you for you to listen to them. Like, be wise. If somebody's trying to help you not make a mistake that they might not have been through, but they know will be a mistake for you just because they're wise and have seen stuff happen to other people, you should probably listen. Just because they're not a thug and they're telling you to put the gun down, son. Like, try to listen because they're trying to help you do better. Because another thug gonna tell you, nah, cuz, keep it out,
I would hope that a mentor would not do that. But I can't.
Sorry.
different strokes for different folks.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it is a good program to get started. It works for them, and I think it's a good thing
It's a program they're doing, or is it was a one-time thing?
It's a one-time thing, but who knows? Maybe those
they release
people
26.
23.
What did they do? Did they post their bail or did
Yeah,
they?
post their bail.
Okay, so they still got their cases to deal with. Are they gonna help them deal with their cases?
Well, you seem to have so many questions for T.I. How
You want me to talk about?
T.I.,
Do
we
you
are
want me to
testing-
call him up right now? So I think that's a valid question.
I mean, it is, but I'm just saying, like, I don't have the answer for it.
We would love to
He
get
just want to know the whole story. He's like, okay, it's good that you got me out of jail.
Well, that's right.
But if I gotta work with a public defender that ain't on my stuff.
I feel like there's always because it's always these headlines, these attention grabbers, right? But we don't ever look at the whole story. Huh?
Well, I don't think T.I. think like a song.
No, I know that. I know, but I'm not saying T.I. I'm talking about us and the viewers, like us as the audience who look at these headlines. Like, do we consider what happens after that?
A lot of people don't look beyond, right?
You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta think about that. Like,
Check up.
yeah, they got these help, but when that leaves a Twitter feed, does anybody care about these 26 men that just got out of jail? You know what I'm saying? That's all.
I don't think a lot of people think that far
23.
unless it hits close to home. So if it was like your brother or your cousin or something like that, then it's like, okay, I'm glad I got my homeboy out. What he gonna do next? You about to hook him up with a lawyer? You about to get off with this charge? Like, what we doing?
What is
Yeah, that's all I was saying. Because I just wanted to clarify. Like you said, he got them out. Like you just had to clarify. Did the charge get dropped, or did you just post bail?
I think it was just post bill.
And I didn't want to say just post bail. Post their bill. That's a big deal.
Oh wow, you giving him props. That's
Why y'all keep doing that?
He said he just trying to figure out the whole story.
Yeah.
You like T.I.?
Yes, I like T.I.
He just said he not good no more.
Man, look.
Episode 3. the whole time.
I like to. I was
Well, I'm glad we can come to this
Brother
agreement.
man. Wow, that's the talent, man.
9 in my right, 5 in the other hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, my brother. Okay. I feel like
Now that we're talking about music, we have thought on Gucci Mane and the Migos. They had a little exchange of some words, and basically the sum of everything is just going to boil down to
a mess.
the idea that you capping, bro. Like,
Okay, so
Going down my accolades.
tell the people out there what Gucci Mane had the audacity to do.
I want to see if I can actually find it because I want to give you some verbatim. I think I'm gonna have it in a quick note.
Okay, well,
Why you look? I'm gonna see if I can remember because I think I remember.
I got you. It says this is verbatim. I'm gonna give you some Gucci. So he said FBF, whatever that means, pound
Flashback
FBF.
Friday.
Okay, Flashback Friday. It says the first day I met the Migos, and then he's got Honcho and he's got Takeoff. He put their names in and he said both threw away they fake chains they had on because I gave them both the 2 chains off my neck. He said 2 chains, like 2 chains thing. Same day at Offset, called from jail and told me send raps to his lawyer. And I did that the same day off our first conversation. Pound no cap, money bags, get the bag, pound 101.7, the Glacier game. And you
What
got
did you just say? 101.7?
10-17. Get here, please.
Oh my gosh.
I read it how I seen it. I don't. I'm sorry, I don't just say
Stop reading that.
Fat says, okay, go ahead, shut it. Okay. That's cat, you know that. But I'm so blessed. We're going to leave it at that. Thank you. Praying hands. And then Gucci came back and said, boy, you cat. You ain't forgot money bag.
So Takeoff said it's cat.
Yeah.
And Gucci came back and said, boy, you cat.
Okay,
But I
Look,
never.
So who cat?
this is not your ordinary friendly neighborhood beef. Like let's keep in mind that Gucci and the Migos have had a long-standing relationship with each other. So for this to be played out on Twitter, it's kind of crazy. Like I don't know who's telling the truth or not because Takeoff. Now, mind you, Takeoff is the person that said anything. Takeoff is the one that said something to her, right? So Takeoff is the quiet one.
That's what I was
Out of all the Migos, like Quavo, of course Quavo's a stunt queen. He always gonna be stunting. Offset be popping because he with Cardi. Takeoff don't say nothing. So for Takeoff to get on the picture and say, "Hey, I know I'm blessed, but you capping," and we gonna leave it at that. That means something to me. Like that means Gucci was capping.
Or just because he's a quiet one doesn't mean that they really are protective of their image, right? So if you look at it from an image standpoint and from Takeoff's point of view, he's looking at like where you putting it out here, like you trying to downplay what we accomplished. Like you talking about we took off our fake chains and we just did so much. Like if Gucci is really, you know what I'm saying, he might be exaggerating something, but whatever it is, Takeoff is going to immediately correct that because he has to protect his image. Like, nah, you didn't do that much. Like we did.
So he basically was like, you pretty much called it, like you offended us, you called us goofy.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, at the end of the day, Gucci could have handled it a little differently. I mean, you could have still flashed back to the first time that you met the Migos, but you could have. But, you really could have put it out there like that. Like, okay, I had so much love for these dudes or faith in these dudes that I just went ahead and took the 2 chains off of my neck and gave it to them as a sign of respect or a sign of love. And you could have left it at that. But the fact that you added the fact that they had fake chains, why you had to put that little piece out there?
Why you gave them an extra necklace? Like, so he had to
Well, you know,
explain why
people
he
do
gave
that. Didn't he went
People get changed all the time.
Yeah.
That's why a part of the rap game, like that's like respect, exactly. Like Young Thug will probably has given Gunna a change.
But then he didn't have to add that part of saying that they had fake chains. That's like
It's certain parts.
He didn't have to add that they had the
fake chains.
And he didn't have to say, Offset called him talking about, yo, throw some rats to my lawyer. Like,
but he had to explain if I did for two, then everybody's going to be asking. Well,
okay, but at the same
Also,
time,
nobody would have said that. They would have been like, they would go back like that.
His whole thing to himself.
what could he have done, Avery? He could have sat there and ate his food.
Like,
What the fuck he could have did?
like, what's up?
I am ashamed of Gucci because Gucci is one of our East Atlanta heroes. Like,
And then you gotta look at the motive. Like, what's the like? There's no what was the point?
exactly, it was a random flashback.
Why
Like,
you put that?
They couldn't give him clout.
Him and
You're trying to say
Keisha,
you
they in
shit.
their own lane together by themselves. Which he only follows Keisha on social media. He only follows her. So it's
He
just
still
like,
sees
wait. Yeah, he does. But it's just like, when you coming out with this Migos reference talking
But you know
about
what?
Offset in jail and you done gave these dudes the fake chains a real chain. Like, where did you come from with this?
I have to be the one that changes subject to keep it on subject. Like, we talking about Gucci. This is not the first goofy thing that Gucci Man did this week. Because on draft day, he got on Beyonce's Twitter and talking about the Falcons should have drafted Dwayne Haskins because we need somebody to throw the ball to Julio, as if we don't have Matt Ryan as a quarterback.
Matt Ryan is trash.
That's whatever you think. Gucci Man is on drugs, and I think Avery's on the same one. Oh my god. Matt Ryan is 5 red. Anyway, Gucci Man is wild on social media.
23-17.
Matt Ryan is the GOAT. Gucci Man is wild, isn't it?
Yeah, he was tasteful. He definitely responded nice and like.
I'm too blessed
it's
to
like,
be stressed.
yeah, upbeat good. Like, yeah, so.
Like they were Gucci.
So is Gucci lying though? Like,
I don't know. I mean,
why would you randomly come out and say that?
I'm not saying he's lying, but I'm just saying like the details might be. The details might be.
It's just extra.
far fetched.
Okay. He put his own flair on it.
Love Flair, got ties. This girl.
Alright, so we have to end out today's topic, which will probably take a little bit more time than before. It's going to be this NFL topic. I left it last for a reason because I wanted to really kind of sign off with something positive. I hope.
Well, this is not.
Yeah, I want to. Let's talk.
Pretty much, if you didn't know, Tyreek Hill, wide receiver for the Kansas City Chiefs, who is, by the way, from Georgia, he recently got in trouble because he broke his son's arm. Now, the way he broke his son's arm was he was punching him to discipline him. And so, the news came out. Huh?
He punched him in the arm.
Yes, he was punching him in the arm and he broke his arm to discipline him for doing something wrong. So they had a case. They closed the case and said they couldn't find evidence as to how the injury was sustained, but they knew the kid was in the hospital or whatever, but they couldn't figure out how it was sustained, so they dropped it. So everything's all good, right? But wait, somebody leaks audio of Tyreek Hill having a conversation with his woman, talking about how she was saying how their son was scared of him. And he said, good. You should be scared of me too, bitch. Like, this man, before this happened, Tyreek Hill also had an incident where he beat his pregnant girlfriend, but it got thrown on the table. He still got drafted and been playing in the NFL because he has games where he'll catch the ball for eight catches, 100, 200 yards, and 3 touchdowns. So, and he's so fast, they call him Cheetah. But we're at the point where the Kansas City Chiefs, who still have not cut Tyreek Hill, even after this audio has come out about how his girl should be scared of him just like his son, like, we're at the point where witness talent and holding somebody accountable meet because, like, he's still on the team. Like, this man might be a monster. And I like Tyreek Hill. He was on my fantasy team. Like, I really didn't know this man was a monster like this, but that audio was, like, crazy.
And when I tell you, it doesn't matter. Do you know how old the son is?
At the time, if I don't want to misspeak, but at the time he was 3.
Yeah, he's 3. Yeah, he's a baby.
Yeah, he was a little kid.
I mean, in my
But
head, when you describe the story, I'm
Tyreek
thinking
Hill-
maybe it's a teenager or something
Tyreek
like
Hill
that.
himself is only a child. Tyreek Hill is no more than 23, 24. Because he's only been in the NFL for like 3 years.
He didn't have a stage play reason.
Well, like I said, it was,
the hospital. They didn't do anything with it.
and they were trying to figure out what happened.
There's no child endangerment case.
No, it got dropped and they closed it, but now they had to reopen the case now that the audio came out. Because now they'll be able to say that he did it.
That's because that footage got released.
And in the NFL, he hasn't gotten
No,
suspended.
he's not. He hasn't got suspended. He's not on the commissioner exempt list. Like, the only thing that the Chiefs did was, right now, they said you can't come to involuntary workouts. But that's it. Like,
It's ridiculous.
And
Your
the
child
NFL
don't need nothing more than a little pop.
but see, the craziest thing is the NFL is getting to the point where every month, one of the players, regardless of race, because it's not just black people, white people are doing crazy stuff too, but it's coming down to where once a month, an NFL player is doing something, and the NFL is not doing anything about it. It's like the teams aren't doing anything about it, and Roger Goodell's not doing anything about it. Like, you have to hold these people accountable. These are your employees. Like,
That's real.
But
And
I guess
they're the
like
face of
said,
your
employees
organization.
are making them money. They don't really care, and that's the sad part about it because it's like at the end of the day, you're holding this person so high because they're making money, but in the background, the people's lives that they're affecting, their family members, their wives, these things of that nature. I mean, you're really not helping them, and then I feel like the picture that you're putting out there publicly is that if you have money or if you have status, it's like, oh, you can just get away with these things. And that's not right.
because even going back to a few years ago, Adrian Peterson had a child abuse issue going on. He ended up hurting his child by beating him or whatever. And guess what AP's doing? He just this offseason signed a new contract with the Washington Redskins. Like, this man is still playing. And it's Colin Kaepernick takes a knee during the national anthem and he's out of the NFL. Like, what is acceptable and what's not? Because one thing sounds a lot worse to me than the other.
But that sounds like a what do you call the politics game for the NFL, because I think about some of the same things that happen to different races and different people in government. You get new legislation, so they need new legislation that explains for any NFL player that if you do these set things, this is what's going to happen to you.
But they do. They have a conduct policy that they don't abide by.
Yeah, I don't think that they become quote unquote outraged or start giving action towards something until the public becomes that way.
But wait, the public knows and they're just outraged.
I don't think the public is really. I mean, if the public was really speaking on it,
They are. The only thing is the draft was this week and it got
I feel like
convoluted.
it
But no, like they still talked about it because Kansas City drafted Cole Hardman from UGA in the second round, who was the same similar type of speedy trickster wide receiver that Tyreek Hill was. Like, they literally drafted this man's replacement, but they still haven't cut him yet. Like, the same Kansas City Chiefs who had Kareem Hunt on their team, who just last year got in trouble for, it was a video that came out, he kicked a white woman And that was such a big deal for them that they cut Kareem Hunt. And now Kareem Hunt is suspended for 8 games this upcoming season. But the Browns signed him. So he will be playing for the Cleveland Browns after he serves his 8-year suspension. Guess where the
8 games.
8 game, my bad. 8 game suspension, but guess where it happened? It happened in Cleveland. The incident when he kicked the white lady. And they signed him.
So he's going
They
to
don't care. Like these owners and these teams, they don't have a moral compass, and it's crazy to me.
I still sit back and I think about that's what the biggest struggle that we have in general is. It's not about
value money. They value money over people's lives. I mean, that's really the sad part about all of this, because it's just like, okay, you're still putting them on this platform, you're still paying them, you're still, taking in revenue from them playing, and it's just like, at what point in time are you going to actually address the mess that they're making in their personal life? You don't.
They don't.
So
It really gets so swept under the rug. It's crazy.
That's going to put everybody in
a damper.
Well,
We need something.
That's
We
how
need some positive word.
we brought it
I'm
here.
not football anyway, so
This is a lot thing.
This man said Matt Ryan doesn't watch football.
because he's doing the Super Bowl.
How do you know if you don't watch football?
You watch
That's
social media.
Yeah, right.
Anyway,
Alright, let's jump into
I guess we need some positive notes because I don't ever go first, but I'm negative. I'm negative next.
Curated the whole last time.
Right, the call is over. You need to go away.
I mean, my positive words for this week is, just be accountable for what you do. The only way that you're going to be a better person and feel better about yourself is if you start taking responsibility for the good things that you do and the bad things. And that's just overall. Like, it doesn't always have to be bad, or it doesn't always have to be good, but just having that sense of accountability makes you feel better as a person.
Why not? Look at that. I don't know, we talked about a lot of different things today. I think my biggest takeaway from the topics that we talked about today were more so, I guess, being hopeful. We talked about a lot of, people getting under things of that nature and turning their lives around. And I think that that's, the biggest piece in coming out and actually, contributing to your community is being hopeful that you can get beyond your situation or your past or something, that you did before. So.
Well,
Take a sip.
Okay, so for those that are listening, this guy has been drinking out the Douce bottle the whole show. Like out the
I'm
bottle.
really about to kill it. This is the end of the show. We might as well kill it, right?
Man.
Okay.
Oh.
Are you gonna give us a positive word?
No.
All right, so positive word. Shout out to T.I., man. Mr. Brother Ben, man. Bankhead's on. You know what I'm saying? Mr. I'm serious. No, for real, all jokes aside, shout out to T.I., doing positive things, continuing to do positive things in the community. What he's recently done is just one in a million of things he's been doing. And I just encourage him to keep doing things, and I encourage other people to start doing more positive things like that. You know what I'm saying? Use him as a beacon, and I see it a lot more. So let's keep it going. A lot of people are bringing that positivity to life. It's a lot more. So I'm all for it.
Just to give a little bit, drop a little bit of gin, I'd like to do. I'm going to say for my positive words of the day, just make sure that whatever you do in life, that you give it everything that you got. If you get a second chance, because you may have done something that you do not agree with, just make sure that you give it your best second chance, because there are a lot of people out here in the community who would like to see a change, and sometimes they're afraid. So be that starting line for a lot of us who may be afraid to be a part of the race. And we're Unfiltered.
Adios. Cinco de Mayo.
Next week.